What's up guys, good morning, welcome back to the channel. Ed over at TKO Performance sent us the Attack Blue air filter. We're gonna go ahead and get it installed. I'm gonna show you guys how to install it, and then we're gonna head over to our spot and test it out with the Draggy. All right, looks like we got some instructions. Looks like they give you guys detailed instructions on how to install it, and then detailed instructions on how to clean the filter as well. It looks like they recommend replacing every 50,000 miles, and then also cleaning every 10,000 miles. Get this thing out of the box and take a look at it. A little bit about the filter, it's made out of nanofiber. It's a dry filter, so there's no oiling. When you do wanna clean it, it's just water and soap. Super easy. I think this made it up with that throttle body. It's gonna help out so much. Before we go ahead and install that air filter, I just wanna show you guys TKO Performance's website. It's tkoperformance.com. They have the 2020 to 2021 C8 Corvette Attack Blue dry filter. They say it creates 11 horsepower and 9 foot-pounds of torque. Dry, no oil, washable and reusable, just soap and water, no chemicals needed. Direct OE replacement filter, drop it and go. Throws no engine codes, no surging, and proudly made in the USA. The guys over at TKO Performance are giving you guys a 5% off promo code. It's gonna be RWDC8. All right, so let's go ahead and get this trunk taken apart. We need to go ahead and get this net out. You're gonna need to get a T15. You got 4 bolts on each side. That one's done, and then you got 4 more on this side. There's 1 and 2. You've also got these 2 turn knob things on here at the bottom. 1 and 2. Get those out of there. Then that should allow for this carpet to come out. Should just pull straight up. Now we gotta take out 18 T15s out of this shield. Once you get all those screws out, this thing should just pull right up, revealing the air box. All right, so it looks like we have 6 8mm. We got 3 up top and then 3 on the bottom. All right, once you get those 6 off, this should just pop right off and reveal the air filter. All right, so it looks like we got a seal that goes around the air box. You wanna make sure that goes back in place. Let's go ahead and pull this out. Should just pop off, I assume. Ooh, it's on there tight. All right, so this thing should just pop right out. Let's see. Oh, there we go. It's in there a little tight. Let's go ahead and fix this seal here. Get her put back into place. Seal is dirty. Actually, I'm gonna go and pull the seal out. It's got so much dirt and crap all over it. I'm just gonna give it a little rinse. All right, went ahead and rinsed off the seal, cleaned it all up. Now we just gotta figure out how this thing goes back in here. It's got these little notches on it. All right, we'll go ahead and feed this in. All right, so we got our seal in there. I'm just gonna show you guys the box just in case y'all wanna see that. Got the inlet pipes on each side, and this feeds straight into the motor. All right, so let's take a look at the difference between the old air filter and the new air filter. I needed a new one anyways. I have 14,000 miles in this bad boy. It is dirty. The undersides look pretty similar. Got the same little divider for extra support, I guess. And I just did notice that there's a notch in here, so I guess this only installs a certain way. Same with the old one. In the instructions, it does say that you have to press it into place. If the filter does not seal or seat into properly, do not force it into place. Simply follow these instructions. Warm the polyurethane of the open end with a hair dryer, and then insert the filter at an angle bottom first. Make sure that the long horizontal portion of the filter is inserted in the channel of the air box, which is that piece that we saw earlier, and then press the lower portion of the left and right radius into the channel, working your way and pressing the filter. So it sounds like it's gonna be a tight fit. Let me show you guys the channel they're talking about. You can kind of see it right there at the very top. All right, we're gonna just go in and see if it'll just fit. So bottom first, then left to right. Whew, it is tight. All right, let's try this again. Bottom first, and then maybe pull it up. Yeah. All right, that wasn't too bad. It is 70 degrees in Florida, so I guess if it's colder in your state, maybe warm it up, but it fit pretty well. Go ahead and slap our cover back on. Make sure your seal's in there properly. Bottom popped out for me. That would have been a bummer. All right, let's see here. Pop that bad boy on there. Reinstall our 6 bolts that hold on this cover. Now in the instructions it says to put this on a certain way. I'm just gonna put them up a little bit and then we'll look at the instructions. Per the instructions, it says install the cover with 6 bolts in a cross pattern until tight. Do not over tighten. Cross pattern, okay. Let's see here. I think that means that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Hopefully that's what it means by cross, but it's nice and tight. The seal's not popping out anywhere. Should be good to go. Then we got our shield with our 18 T15s. Then we got our carpet piece, throw that in there. All right, guys, we got her all put back together. Old filter is out, new filter is in. Let's go ahead and get a cold start and see if we can hear a difference in the exhaust. All right, here it goes. All right, obviously it's still loud. We're gonna let that go and calm down, and we'll see if it sounds any different under idle. All right, she's calmed down. She sounds pretty similar than before. Still got that nice rumble to it. Let's get inside this bad boy. See if we notice any difference under a little throttle here. Let's see. Woo. Oh my God. I think, I'm not lying, guys. I think it sounds crazy right now. It sounds crazy. All right, we gotta get it up on the road. I know it's gonna take a little while for the computer to adjust for the extra airflow, but it sounds crazy right now, like crazy aggressive. We'll go put some miles on it, and then we'll do a little draggy quarter-mile time. All right, guys, so there's a ton of traffic earlier. I didn't want to get out there because it'd been kind of pointless. So it's a little dark. Whoa. God. It sounds so good. All right, guys, so I just took her for a rip. Definitely the sound is different. Also, partial throttle, you could definitely feel a lot more. I feel like because of the ported throttle body and how it's supposed to do better partial throttle with the air filter, it made it even more. It feels so strong. I didn't go out and do the draggy or anything like that yet because I wanted to wait till you guys could see me and see the road and everything. Too dark outside right now. So my plan is tomorrow I've got to shoot to do another supercar swap episode, but on the way there, we're gonna get some miles on it, let the computer learn all the extra airflow, and then see if we can't beat our best draggy time of 11:41. So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, but for you guys, it'll just be a few seconds. Good morning, guys. Okay, well, we were supposed to go out and try out the air filter on the draggy. Looks like the weather has other plans for us. That is a bummer. And we were supposed to go meet up with my friend Hunter with the blue GT500 and do a little supercar swap, but that's not gonna happen either. Jeez, this is terrible. All right, well, if we can get a dry spot today, we'll get out there and test the air filter out with the draggy. All right, guys, we got the C8 back at our normal spot. The rain decided to let up for a little bit. The ground's still drying, but we're gonna give this a shot. Our best time here with the draggy is an 11:41, I think around 121 mile an hour. So that's our goal. We're gonna try to beat that. I can already tell you guys though, there's a huge difference in the sound between every single gear shift. It's a loud pop, so there's definitely a difference with that. Like I said, the ground is still dry. I don't have a lot of faith in this. So not only will we do a quarter-mile run, but we'll also do a 60 to 130, because I believe when we did the 720S video, we got the 60 to 130 in about 10.8 seconds. So we'll see if from a roll we got any quicker as well. All right, guys, let's be that 11:41. Here we go. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go. All right, we got 11:58. All right, guys, during editing, I just noticed that we hit 123 mile an hour. That's the fastest we've ever hit on the draggy. So we didn't get a quicker quarter-mile time, but we did get a faster mile an hour. So I believe at the track, when we have prep surface, we should be good to go to get in those 10s. Spinning like crazy. Usually when we spin like that, we run like an 11.7, 11.8. Definitely think there's a difference for sure. All right, guys, so unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're gonna beat that time. There's just no traction out here. The ground is still a little damp. My tires are super worn out. Now what we'll try to do is that 60 to 130 mile an hour roll. I know before we got a 10.8 when we were with the 720S. All right, guys, so here we go. We're gonna come around this corner. We're gonna test out that 60 to 130. Corner here. So you guys can see there, we did when we were with the 720S and we did the 60 to 130, we were doing a 10.8, now we're doing a 10.1. That's what I want to see. From a dig, it's just not gripping, so I can't really show you guys a good time there, but from a roll, we know that we did a 10.8 before, and now we're doing a 10.1. That's awesome. Almost a whole second off. That's crazy. All right, guys, we got the car back in the garage. Unfortunately, we didn't beat the 11:41, but we did get a consistent like around 11.59, 11.6, which usually when I'm spinning, I usually get around 11.7 or 11.8. It definitely doesn't help that my rear tires are pretty much gone. The result that I am pumped up about is the fact that we did the 60 to 130 in like, what, 10.1? Last time we did that in 10.8, so that's a huge difference. I think the combination of both the air filter and the ported throttle body shine through this time. I'm really curious to see how it'll do at a track when we have a prep surface. I'm thinking thinking we might be in the 10s, guys. So I'm planning on heading to the track next Thursday. We'll try to get in the 10s then. But if you guys are interested in that air filter, head over to TKO Performance and use RWDC8 as your promo code. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you guys next time. Later.